Metro Boomin, want some more, nigga.
Automatics in the trunk. Shoot the maggots with the pump. Thought it natty, love the paddock on my arm. He got static, pussy nigga, run your charm. Ghostface killers, Wu-Tang, 21 news game. Drug dealers in the Mustang, at the top of the food chain. Trapping the cocaine, no game. Shooter with no name. We can play toe games, the whole game. Kicking your dough, man. Yeah. Put on the paddock, pop it, set it, I'ma add it. Break the mattress with a batty on the attic. Diamond glasses, need some glasses for the flashes, yeah. Michael Jackson with the fashion, bitch, I'm dabbing, yeah. I do this shit on purpose, got the bitches slurping. Whoa. All your pockets on hurting, nigga, you could be my servant. Go to the line, young nigga, don't listen, I purchase. After I cut up a thought, I give her some money for services. Wherever I go, the whole gang gon' go. Yeah, you cannot tame the hoe because she won't fame for sure. You think that you rich cause you got 100 or more. I got an overload, look like I just sold my soul. I pour up before a liter, I got the stripes, Adidas. I got a farm, mama, see it, and I've been known to beat it. Niggas ain't going defeated. We get the guns immediate. No running the group is an idiot. These niggas is broken, it's pitiful. Automatics in the trunk. Shoot the maggots with the pump. Thought it natty, love the paddock on my arm. He got static, pussy nigga, run your charm. Ghostface killers, Wu-Tang, 21 news game. Drug dealers in the Mustang, at the top of the food chain. Trapping the cocaine, no game. Shooter with no name. We can play toe games, the whole game. Kicking your dough, man.
Yeah. Kim Jong, yeah, big bomb. Wonder bread, man, make your bitch lit crumb. Yeah, out of my pocket, flooded, got my wrist numb. Link, grab the hit stick, nigga tryna blitz some. Dope boy, I sell coke, boy. You broke ass rappers, food, it's a pole, boy. Everybody the same, all these niggas sounding like it. Fox 5 gang, turn you to a candlelight. Bitch boy on my mobster, shrimp in my pasta. Jamaican dun da da, hang round the shotters. Mad Max, nigga, yeah, I hang with the killers. Planet of the Apes, yeah, I hang around gorillas. I got AK, SK, HK, broad day. You a fuck boy, we ain't with the horseplay. Bitch, Trump ass nigga, did you do your chores today? Do you wanna take a ride with the coroner today?
Automatics in the trunk. Shoot the maggots with the pump. Thought it natty, love the paddock on my arm. He got static, pussy nigga, run your charm. Ghostface killers, Wu-Tang, 21 news game. Drug dealers in the Mustang, at the top of the food chain. Trapping the cocaine, no game. Shooter with no name. We can play toe games, the whole game. Kicking your dough, man.
Drop from the heaven straight in the wild. Trunk in the front, top gotta slide.
Today, we're going to talk about the Commanders' trades, early MLB plays, and we're going to finalize the college football season-long Goat Whale. This is Behind the Lines. Did they forget to put the Hokies on there at the bottom? I don't know. Did they forget to put them in there? Was it too much of a lock and people were trying to get too cute with their votes? How did Virginia Tech miss this list? It does not make a lick of sense to me. You know, I'm starting to understand maybe why you guys think I'm a moose shit better sometimes. These losses, they look bad. They do. The wins, they sneak by. Nobody gives a hoot about those.
The Candyman, it's just more of a gut feeling on this one because he's been really bad. But wanted a red square. That's my red square.
If I'm sitting there in the front row and a home run ball's hit to me and I've got no glove in sight, I'm waiting for that puppy to come in. Probably going to break my hand. I don't care because I'm going to make a play like a savage. And this old geezer gets in my way with a glove and catches the ball. We're going to have a talk. There's going to be a conversation had. And I've got, yep, you guessed it, the same fucking square that burned us yesterday because I'm not scared. All right, and I don't quit. What's going on, chat? Happy BTL Thursday, episode 534 piece. As always, hold the fry, joined by your two hosts, Krabs and Jovan, presented by Bookit Sports. If you're not tracking your bets on Bookit, start doing it today. Change your life for the better. All right, lock in. And before I get chirped anymore here, Jovan, and before we go into the recaps, I need to make my dynasty pick. And my friends are being mean, and they're saying I'm taking too long. Can I get some help from you?
Get after it.
Maybe Gucci.
Put it up.
Let me get up in here because my team sucks ass, and I need all the help I can get. Every player that I had as a sleeper marked down has gotten picked in the round before, about 9 out of the last 10 rounds. So I am in piss, and my brain is absolutely all over the place after my guy Ben Sinat just got picked, and I literally almost snapped my computer in half. So I don't have a tight end. At this point, might as well just say fuck it and probably not even draft one. But here's what I got at the top of the big boards. I've got Tony Pollard, who I don't want. Aaron Jones, maybe. Some other shitty running backs as well. Nick Chubb involved. Dallas Goedert is still hanging around there. Any of these guys looking at you guys funny? Justin Fields is a stash? I'm sure that'd be Josh's answer. Right?
Nick Chubb looking at me funny.
Jalen Wright from Miami taking a stab. Eckler could go with my guy.
Good.
Goots, who were you saying?
Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb. Take Conklin, tight end, the Jets' last pick. Yeah, that's a good one. Jelly's asking, dude, am I nuking the Nats or no? I wouldn't be nuking them. I do have a play in that game, though. We're going to get to here in a moment. All right? I don't know. What do you guys think?
I mean, I do think you should at least get a tight end. I know you're kind of on the wavelength of just letting it go, but
I kind of like that idea of stashing Conk.
I don't mind Dalton Schultz.
At this point, I might as well just wait on the tight ends and try to get some of these other guys.
Oh, Isaiah Likely is sitting right there for you.
I know, dude. I know.
Problem is, I feel like we've said this about the tight ends like the last 4 rounds, Krabs.
I know, and they're gone.
You circle back around and they're gone.
Yeah, you got
every single time. Every single time.
Likely is 24 years old and he's the future of the Ravens.
I know. Should I just take him?
Yeah.
You think it's too early for Likely?
No.
Just take your guy, Krabs.
We keep going through this.
There's so many other guys I want, though. They got Roman Swipes, Marshawn Lloyd, Jalen Wright.
Next round, Krabs.
He probably won't be.
It's also not good.
Should I take Likely now and then try to get a shitty tight end later who keeps falling as a starter for this season?
Likely.
All right. I'm taking him. I want him.
The right answer.
I want him. I was all over Isaiah Likely when he was a rookie. I said, stash this guy in your dynasty leagues. Now I get to take him myself. All right. That feels right. And the picks are moving to Griffin.
There you go.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens when my pick is up next. It should honestly be soon. For now, can we talk about these early games? Because that's important and about to start up here soon. We've got the Nats starting up with Patty C on the bump. I believe I'm seeing, on Twitter, it's the first time the Nats have been favorites with Patty C up on the bump in a very long time. Now, Jovan, he is pitching during the day. Maybe Patty C has his powers back. We know he's been better during the day than at night. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because he's an old man and he just has more energy during the day when the sun's out. I don't fucking know. But I'll tell you what, the Nats and the under are looking at me funny. I like the under better. That's the play I'm going to lock in. I've learned my lesson back in the Nats on the ML and Patty C pitches. And when he pitches, the Nats get 0 run support for him. He's got the worst run support in baseball when he pitches. I'm going to lean into that angle and back the under in this game. I think he goes out there and does his job. I like that he has that earned run square up on the boards. And then Cal Quantrill pitching as well, Jovan. I mean, he's a magician. I'm not worried about him giving up runs. He's going to go out there and absolutely shove against the Nats as well. So I think this under is one of the best plays of the day today. It just so happens that it starts up here soon. What do you think?
I don't know. My gut is telling me the Nationals put up runs against Cal, and Cal gets turked. It makes Corbin's life a little easier for the first time. They need to give him some run support. So I was debating adding that to the card. I wanted to see what you had to say.
Well, Cal Quantrill does have an earned run square up that makes you seem like, he might go less than for me personally. He's got a greened out earned run square. And every time we fade Cal, the guy goes out there and fucking steals our coins. So maybe that's just ingrained in my brain, Jovan, but you like the matchup today in particular for the Nats bats against them?
I do. I would like a little. They don't have any regular squares up for him. I guess he's too juicy, but your guy Garcia is on fire. Him and James Wood, we're getting some.
People need to start talking about Luis Garcia.
I have a story about Luis Garcia.
Let me hear it, Goots.
I was, drinking with my buddies last night, and trivia was going on. And you want to know what one of the questions was?
You're telling me it involved Luis Garcia? There's no fucking way.
Luis Garcia.
There's no chance.
It was as of Monday, who's leading the Nats in batting average. And I was like, Luis Garcia. I knew it right away.
Sure. He's also leading the team in RBIs and pretty much fucking everything else right now. He's the only guy on our team that can hit him and James Wood, right?
Crazy.
Like Jovan said earlier. I don't mind either of those two guys today. Backing them.
So what if we just get a little 6-2 Nats?
That would be awesome. I'm in on that. Are you taking the Nats on the ML, Jovan?
I want to take the team total. Get them to score 5 and not bet on Corbin.
Kidding me?
Even though the line definitely says bet on Corbin. But
The line says bet on Corbin, and I feel like the total moving down says the under, but I could be wrong. You're seeing hella Nats runs. I think it's a Patty C masterclass, and I think Cal Quantrill is probably going to go out there and do his thing once again, like he always does. I'm taking the under. I'm locking it in.
I will take Nats team total, and hopefully we get a middle.
Shit, it's not going to be easy, Jovan.
Yeah, all we need is 5.
All right, well, I just locked in the under 8.5 chat. If you guys want a daytime play, I'm on that. Jovan, if you end up locking in that team total, let the people know.
I'm about to right now.
Because I am officially involved at -108 on that under. Can we please fuck the middle in this spot? That would be incredible. It's not going to be easy. Nobody said it was going to be easy. We'll see what happens.
4.5 -105 is locked.
Some are saying this is another sneak battle of Berg. Correct. We got a hype train moving and grooving. We've got Putin loves prize picks. Crazy name. Coming and resubbing as well with your boy John. W's, gents. 2 years for John. What's up, boys? W, John. Ace 4 OG coming in as well. 31 months. Crazy run. We appreciate you, gents. And Snowman Sports coming in with the raids. Your table for 9 is ready. We appreciate you, gents, hopping in. All right. I'm on the under in this Nats game. We will see how it goes. It starts up here in about 15 minutes, Jovan, and there is another early game too. Okay, I don't want to let the Nats take all the thunder here. Any thoughts on Cleveland at New York in this other early start?
I saw. Looks like we got some Aries sub bangs.
It's a daily thing at this point. We got Aries coming in, dropping.
Goated.
He just dropped 12 subbies for the people, not 5, not 10. Not even 11. Shit. 12. 12 subbies coming in from Aris, who's been blessing the chat all fucking month. Aris has been coming in here, handing out subbies left and right. Drop some W's in the chat. He's fucking dialed in. Love to see it. Love to see it. Yeah, thoughts on the Guardians here?
I saw Trent Megamax, the Yankees -1.5, and I was looking.
Didn't.
Yeah. He posted on the feed. So I was looking at it. I was looking at every reason to believe that the Yankees were not going to destroy Gavin Williams.
Sure.
Couldn't find one. So
okay.
I'll leave it at that. Okay.
All right. I'm nuking the Yankees -1.5. I would love to know if Trent has any plays in the Nats game. I would love to know it. Also, chat, since I do have a prize pick square that starts up in this Nats game, I know you guys hate it, but I'm doing it again. I'm leaning into it. I'm giving you guys my most confident plays of the day, regardless of what time the fucking games start at, because I want to give you guys winners. I am taking Patrick Corbin less than 2.5 earned runs allowed, and we will see how it fucking goes. But I did lock that in. That's on my sharp report as well. So if you want to lock in the 4-man, I know a lot of you guys just tail the 4 prize pick squares that are up on the board in a 4-man. We will drop the link in the chat right now. I did send it to Goots and Jovan. Patrick Corbin is in that if you want to get involved. There's a couple early squares in that lineup, which I've got no problems with. Jovan, why don't we go ahead and do a quick recap here so we can keep moving and grooving and show the people the squad ride, the sharp report from yesterday. We got Goots working fucking overtime in the back here, trying to get everything done with these early games. We've got a lot to cover for today, ladies and gents. We got SBR coming in, giving a 10U sub whale. Jesus, SBR. Sure we can. Let's go, SBR. Coming in with a 10-unit sub bang. W's. Somebody hit some bets last night.
SBR gonna love one of my squares. That's on the sharp report.
Let's fucking go. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. It's a crazy square that's up there, by the way. I cannot wait for them to see it. Chad, I'm on Patrick Corbin, less than earned runs allowed. We will see how it fucking goes. This guy is a coin stealer, but I simply cannot resist on a Thursday afternoon when Patty C's pitching and the sun is out. Something about it. Something about it. Also, I got to make a draft pick right now. I'm up again. Shit.
Wow.
I'm up again. What are we thinking here? I don't want to hold my boys up anymore. I'm going to get yelled at.
I feel like this is just best available player you go with.
Yeah.
Nick Chubb, Aaron Rodgers, Dallas Goedert, Zach Moss, Dalton Schultz.
I wouldn't hate getting Goddard here, Krabs.
Do you think Goddard? Are you high on Goddard this year?
In that offense, I'm kind of high on everybody. But like Kellen Moore loves his tight ends too. I feel like that would be a good way you could get a this year option. And if he gets hurt / starting to get old, then you have Likely in the backup spot.
Yeah. I like Moss or Goddard. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not a Moss guy.
Chat likes Moss.
I know. I've taken the bait on Zach Moss before, and I've been hurt. You know what I like about Goddard, too, is that they got a bunch of random McGees behind them who they're not even looking to give time to. So if Goddard's healthy, he's playing, he's going to be out there. And the Eagles are going to be in some high-scoring games down the stretch, trying to come back. I like their offense this year. I like that they added Kellen Moore. Jovan, great point. He does like throwing to his tight ends. We've seen that wherever he's gone. I think that could be the move.
Yeah.
Is Dallas Goedert's, who's fallen a little bit. You know, he's hurt, right? Not practicing. I don't give a shit if he's not practicing. He's got another year in him. You like him over Dalton Schultz for Dynasty?
Yeah.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Austin Eckler, no, thank you. All right. I think I'm going to make that pick. Dallas Goedert. Let's see how much gas you have left in the tank, man. Let's see how much fucking gas you got left. If you guys want to see what my team looks like, you can probably see it if you break a magnifying glass out, bottom right sector. Caleb Williams, Saquon Barkley, Kyron Williams, CeeDee Lamb, Chris Olave, Ladd McConkey. I got Isaiah Likely now, W's, James Cook, Ricky Pearsall. I took J.J. McCarthy. I don't know how I feel about it. I got A.D. Mitchell, Matt Stafford, Dallas Goedert. This draft is going to take a fucking week. This is crazy. Not a terrible team, chat saying, for Dynasty. And I also made some trades, and I have an extra first-round pick in the rookie draft next year and a second-round pick. Ooh, sure. All right, let's get back to business. We don't have time to mess around today. We got to lock the fuck in. Let's do the W recaps. Phillies, unbelievable sweat yesterday, Jovan. Great fucking call and great read in that series.
Yeah, trench warfare. Shout out the Phillies. Moved on from that game so many different times. Not going to lie. But they came through.
Sure.
That. Braves are missed.
We got a hype train moving and grooving. Big Baller coming in, giving out 5 subbies. He's happy about the fucking squad ride last night. He's splooging some subbies. Let's go, boys. Hype train moving and grooving. Jovan, how about a 5-0 sweep? Unbelievable.
We take those every day of the week.
Man. Went over on Prize Pick Squares for me. Unbelievable. The day you go perfect. Excuse me. That's brutal. Great call on Julian. Great call on Berger, who I believe hit a nuke early in that game. Unbelievable. Heaney pitched an absolute gem and gave up 5 hits. That's moose shit. And
I was gonna say that one kind of sucks because you were certainly on the right headspace with Heaney. He absolutely shoved. Just happened to give up one too many hits in the process.
Sure. Yeah, great call, Chelly and chats. Jovan, never a doubt, bounce back day. We talked about it yesterday, and you absolutely delivered. 5-0. 5-0.
Had to.
The Jake Berger, Matt Wallner home run lay. That's crazy, Mook. You could pay your rent with that.
Yeah,
you can pay your fucking rent. I mean, are we not going to talk about Matt Wallner hitting another nuke?
I mean,
when you brought him up yesterday on the show?
Yeah, I used to think it was just it could only come out of your mouth and it would work. But the last couple times,
I don't think so.
I've liked the matchup and said it. He has done job. So
the craziest part is the guy only has 8 home runs this year, and he's only played half the season. But every single time he hits a home run, we talk about it on the show.
I was looking at that yesterday because I saw it like home run 8, and I was like, "There's no way." The amount of times we've said this guy's name this year. I know he hasn't been on the team all year, but it's every time, dude.
God, he's got a pretty swing too. Absolutely crushing baseballs. And yes, how about the Reds comeback? Jackie Nader, sure. Reds bet.
To blow it up.
Reds bet. Jays are maybe the most poverty program around. I don't know. They're definitely up there. They are definitely up there. Give the Yanks a listen on WFan. My friend is broadcasting. That's pretty cool. Sure. Definitely not going to be watching that Moose team that play tonight. That's for sure. But very cool for your buddy. All right. Guardians or Yankees are saying in chats. I don't like a play in that. Jovan says he leans the Yankees, but he's staying off because Trent is nuking him. So if you want to play in that, good fucking luck. The other early game, I'm on the under 8.5 in the Nats game, which is about to start up here in literally a second. And Jovan likes the Nats team total over. So that scares me. We'll see how it plays out. All right.
Well,
we should be getting first pitch there from Patty C any moment. So let me go ahead and fire up that old stream and get it up and moving here. All right.
It's the vintage Patrick Corbin sweat during the day, Krabs.
Nothing I need more in my life Literally nothing. All right, let's keep moving and let's keep grooving. We don't have time for fun today or messing around. We got to keep fucking hitting this outline and making sure we're going through all of our shit here. We did the early plays. I'll let you guys know if I have another dynasty pick coming up here soon. Before we go into the Sharp Report plays here, we do have King of the Board recaps. God damn it. 2 losers in a row for me. Jovan, 3-0. Great week. I'm going to need a miracle. Absolute miracle on favorites week. I don't know how I'm going to come back with only taking favorites. I'm going to have to probably lay some -1.5s. We will fucking see.
Yeah, you're going to take some alt run lines.
Probably. Yep, some alt run lines.
Yeah.
And how about the Cardinals coming through last night? Holy shit.
Shout out
unbelievable.
Devin Williams disaster class.
A rare Devin Williams fuck up. You don't see those every day, chat. Those do not grow on trees, but you could tell as soon as he was out there, something was off with Devin Williams, and the Cardinals took advantage. How about a grand slam? Unbelievable. All right. Any more recaps, Gatesy? If not, we will move and groove onto the steamed crabs. I want to get the people involved. Run that shit, Gatesy. Well, Chad, I did not expect to see Jahan Dotson getting traded today, but we're here. It happened, and I want to talk about it. I want to talk about, first off, the Commanders' depth charts, and maybe that could be worth pulling up here in a moment. Jovan, it's not like they have a plethora of wide receivers, right? It's not like they have a bunch of guys who are playing great in camp, who are kind of going head-to-head, and they're really having a tough time deciding who's going to make the roster. It could not be further from that. The Commanders do not have wide receiver depth. They brought in guys like Jamison Crowder. They brought in guys like Zacchaeus. Sure, they drafted Christian McCaffrey's brother. That could be a reason why this is happening. De'Ami Brown's getting another chance with the new coaches coming in, new regime. It's not like we have a plethora of great receivers, though, and that's why they're releasing Dotson. There's got to be something else to it, Jovan. And the first thing that comes to people's mind is, oh my gosh, the Commanders are trying to get, some space and some picks and some ammo so that they can go back to San Francisco and give them a better offer for Ayuk. Well, I'll tell you guys right now, there is no fucking chance that the Washington Commanders trade for Brandon Ayuk before the season or during the season. I do not see it happening. It will not be happening. They are not going to make a crazy move like that and risk it failing in the first year of a new regime here. There's no fucking chance that they are doing that. What they are doing is releasing a player who's been a problem character-wise in that locker room, a player who's sucked ass over the last year and a half. Besides his rookie year where he had a magnet in his fucking hands in the end zone and caught a bunch of touchdowns with Taylor Heineke, besides that, this guy hasn't done anything since. He's been hurt. He's been moping. He cannot block to save his life. I have seen clips on Twitter of him trying to run block that look worse than Davis Bertans trying to play defense in the NBA, Jovan. It's fucking bad. There's a reason why we're releasing him. And it's not because we're going out to fucking trade for Brandon Ayuk. Number one, it's because he sucks. The Eagles, good luck fucking fixing this kid. Number two, he's got a terrible attitude, which I am surprised about because this kid, we drafted him and he was a stud. He was a captain at Penn State. He had a great head on his shoulders. Everybody talked about how great of a person he was. They literally called him, Jovan, Terry McLaurin 2.0 because his head was on straight. But as the years went on, this guy put no effort in practice. He's been getting burned. He's been moping. There's video of him, when the ball's not thrown to him in practice or in these preseason games, him not finishing his routes. He simply doesn't want to be here. He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't vibe with Dan Quinn and the new regime. It was never going to work. And the Commanders, who have a new regime, have a new coach, have a new GM, have new everything, thank God, see Jahan Dotson as, a commander of the years past, a guy who doesn't give a shit, a guy who cares more about himself than the team, a guy who cares more about him not getting the ball than the Commanders winning. And Adam Peters made a move. And you know what he did, Jovan? He sent a fucking wake-up call to the rest of that Commanders team before the season starts and said, we are not putting up with mediocrity anymore. We're not putting up with me guys anymore. All that bullshit from the years past that you guys dealt with, all the prima donnas, all the me guy shit, it's gone. It's done. Okay? Get Jahan Dotson and his toxic ass out of here. He doesn't want to be here. He's not shown any effort, and he hasn't done anything on the field in over a year. He stinks. The Eagles can have him. They could try to fix him. We don't want him. That's why he's not on the team. Not because of Brandon Ayuk. Because Jahan Dotson sucks. That's why.
Yeah.
I like the trade.
It's kind of bad. It's just like what are you going to do? I feel like if they're making that trade, I mean, it's obviously something going on beyond, I don't know, him just not being that good. It's a locker room issue. It's a character issue. It's a work issue. It's something, because that wide receiver room is thin to the point where like you're not just cutting or trading guys just because they're not showing up on the field.
It's a statement. That's what it is. Yeah. The only thing I don't like about it is that he's going to the Eagles and we got to play him twice a year. That's going to be interesting. But I like the trade. If he doesn't want to be here, get him out of here. If he's not fucking working his butt off in practice, trying to earn that second receiver job, we heard Dan Quinn say there's no receiver two. That was a direct shot at Jahan Dotson to wake the fuck up and lock in. He clearly didn't, because 1 week later they trade him. It's not because we're going out to get Ayuk. It's because they don't want Jahan Dotson in this fucking organization anymore because he is not a winner. He's not a winner. Get him out of here. The Eagles can take him. It's fine. All right, let's move. Let's groove. That's enough bitching about Jahan Dotson. And side note, chat, you should be drafting Zacchaeus. You should be drafting Christian McCaffrey's brother. You should be drafting De'Ami Brown in the later rounds of your fantasy draft if you need a wide receiver flyer, because one of those three guys is going to turn out to be the wide receiver 2 in Washington this year and put up a great fucking stat line. I just don't know who it's going to be. Take your pick. Take a guess. One of those three guys is going to step up. We'll see who it is. All right. W's. Let's get into some fucking plays for today. Let's get into some winners for today. All right. We can go over mine first. I've already got one active up and moving. And Patty C had a great top of the first frame. W's for the Nerfy there. I know I talked about it on TMA. Locking in that Nerfy with Mikey and Josh. 3 more outs. Come on, gents. And I am on this under as well. Jovan, we can go to your first play. I'm not going to give a sell job on a game that's already started. What do you got?
Going with the over in the Brewers Cards game, which went over by a miracle yesterday. But you know how down I am on Freddie Peralta this year, even though like he's put up decent numbers. I'm not going to pretend like he's Patrick Corbin, but the numbers haven't been there. The performances haven't been there. The Cardinals as a collective have seen him a lot, and I think he gives up some runs, but I know all of Twitter is fading Miles Michaelis today, and I don't really disagree. It feels like this Brewers team is going to come pretty hungry today against a guy that is not going to strike them out. There's no deception in Miles Michaelis. He's been better this season in a lot of points, but I don't know if this is the spot. So I think we get runs. Definitely helps that the Brewers bullpen is still good, but it's in the state that it's in. Devin Williams is 100% not pitching today. He would, if he just pitched yesterday, it would be the same, but that's back-to-back days. You're probably not going to see a lot of the top options, not just him. I don't think Miguel is going to be available. Same deal. You're probably going to see like Jared Koenig, which is their whole bullpen's good, but they're not the top options. So the rare time where the Brewers bullpen is not in the best spot. So if we need runs late in game, I think we get it. I think this series probably ends in another crazy Cardinals win late.
Okay. Some runs you're seeing in this series, which has been, Milwaukee making a statement up until last night when St. Louis came back and hit that grand slam to walk it off. I'm very curious to see how this game plays out. You're expecting runs once again. Does not worry you that total moved from 8 to 7.5?
No, it should. The way that this whole series goes.
Okay.
And it's Freddie Peralta, so he always gets respect. I just bet against it half the time.
It's fair. All right. Jovan likes runs in St. Louis, just like last night. I wouldn't be surprised, and I don't mind fading both of these fraudulent starting pitchers. I do not mind fading them one bit. I think we see some runs in St. Louis. Sign me up. What about the Mets? We'll do a little snake here. What do you like about New York today on the ML at plus chicken? Ooh.
Yeah. Rare time that I'm backing a pitcher off as good a performance as Luis Severino had last time out. But that's kind of same deal with Waldron. Just kind of the opposite. Like Waldron's been really bad, and I think that's going to continue for the rest of the season. Luis Severino has been one of the most unlucky pitchers in baseball for like the last couple months. And I think his last performance, granted it was against the Marlins, but complete game shutout. I feel like a lot of the things that, I don't know, he's been getting up a lot of soft contact. He's been going for hits. So like he's been very unlucky, like I was saying. Didn't happen against the Marlins. I don't think it's going to start happening for the rest of the season. I think you're going to start to see it correct itself, and he's going to start pitching really well. So I like him to pitch well in this game, even against the Padres. And on the other side, Dylan Cease has already pitched against the Mets. And not that I'm counting on them to replicate what they did in his last start, because they touched him up and got him out of the game early, but they saw him really, really well. And this is a absolutely massive series where I think just based on the trajectory of these two teams, even though like we were talking about it and we kind of thought the same thing at first, everybody's kind of just gifting it to the Padres. I think the Mets might make a little push here and make this series. And the wild card race very interesting after this series is over. So I think they started off with a win against Cease.
All right. Taking the Mets at plus chicken against Dylan Cease, not for the faint of heart, but you do like Severino tonight, and I like the Mets as well in this spot. I thought about putting that on my card as well. I didn't love that the Padres caught some steam, but not really surprised. They're getting hammered with bets. They're at home. They're going to catch some steam. Something about this Mets team, they just will not go away, Jovan. Maybe that walk-off home run yesterday from Jesse Winker, which, by the way, was insanely electric. He said he blacked out and doesn't even remember doing it. Yeah, looked like it. I've never seen someone celebrate a home run like that. That was fucking crazy. I like the Mets today as well, Jovan, and I would not mind for them to win this series, keep them alive in the wild card race, even if that means the Padres, who I have a future on as well, end up getting their odds, bumped up to be longer. I really don't care. I want both those teams to somehow make the playoffs. I want it all. Sure. We need the Mets to win the series for that. Okay. Fuck Winker. Well, Winker's a fucking beast. He's been great off the bench this year as well. He has. All right, we got 2 outs in the bottom of the first for Cal Quantrill right now. 1 more out, and we cash a Nerfy. It's not going to be easy. We got James Wood at the dish. See how it goes. All right. Let's get to my plays. Let's see what I've got cooking up here. How about the Reds? After a crazy comeback last night, why not back them again against Paul Skeens? Fuck it. Let's fade Paul Skeens as a short favorite, and let's back Lodolo, who's been absolutely terrible. I can't resist. It is what it is. I'll probably learn my lesson once again after Paul Skeens throws a complete game no-hitter shutout. But I'm willing to bet that the lines in this game are as close to a pick'em as they are for a reason. If Lodolo's been pitching great recently, I wouldn't think it's as weird with how the Cincy bats have looked of late and how bad the Pirates are, in my opinion. Excuse me. Sorry, Rav. But the fact that Lodolo's been terrible recently and his fantasy score is as high as it is, the prize pick squares are telling me that he's going to have a fucking day today. I think he keeps this game close, and the fact that they're at plus 120 against Paul Skeens, the greatest pitcher of all time, is hilarious. I want to back the Reds and their bats. It seems like they're still alive. People just called them dead after Hunter Green got ruled out for the rest of the year and then some. And they got swept in a series a couple days ago. But I still think the Reds are hanging around, and their offense looks great right now. I'm going to back them at plus chicken against Paul Skeens. This is mainly a bet of Lodolo silencing the Pittsburgh bats, and I don't mind the under either. It just hasn't moved yet. If it moved down, I probably would have been interested, but instead, I'm just going to back the Reds on the ML, and they're catching some steam as well. I thought we'd see them at plus 150-ish here with how bad Lodolo's been and how the Reds have been, but the Pirates have been bad too, and I want to fade their bats against Lodolo, looking at his fantasy score.
Yeah, I think I'm out on that one, Krabs.
Okay.
I think I'm out on that one.
You done fading Paul Skeens?
No, I'm not actually. I think the Reds hit him up. This is, I think, the 3rd time they're facing him. The problem is we just had their good series. So I refuse to get involved until they show me something in 2 series in a row. So that's
fair.
Kind of feels like the Royal series again. But I also think Lodolo's hurt. So I will not be backing him. I think he kind of gets destroyed today. I was very close to putting this over on my card, but I didn't want to trust the Reds bats when it makes sense for them to wake up.
Well, shit. All right. We'll see how it plays out. I'm still trusting as James Wood draws a walk, I believe. God, that guy is unbelievable. It's like watching Juan Soto at the dish, just taking pitches left and right. I'll be honest, though, I need the Nerfy here. So can we get some Nats runs in the 2nd through the 9th?
God damn it, Krabs.
Need it.
If we get a Caber nuke.
I mean, if we get a Caber nuke, we get a Caber nuke. It is what it is. You're not going to hear too much bitching from me. That'd be pretty cool. Don't let Caber get hot. That's all I'm going to say. Gave out a moose shit square yesterday, pivoted from the sharp reports and put in Caber with the other 3 squares. Not that it mattered because Waldron also fucked that as well, but Caber came through last night. He's been hitting the ball well over the last couple months. Right?
You just get a base hit and set the plat for Luis.
And yeah, I want this on record. Fuck the Aces. I live bet them at plus chicken as well last night, and they are terrible. They're terrible. Absolutely terrible. And that was before I knew Trent whaled them. FYI. That's on me. You say that about every Nats player. Don't let them get hot. And then I only say about the ones that are actually doing something. Okay, and right now that's Caber Ruiz, Luis Garcia, and James Wood, and that's literally it. That's it. The only guys hitting baseballs right now.
Don't sleep on Tanya.
Tanya also hitting baseballs, but the sample size is not large enough. It's been like 2 weeks.
Fair.
It's been like 2 weeks. Garcia. We're losing Cal here.
Losing.
Well, we need Cal to lock in, Shelly, at least for one more out. All right.
Losing.
What else do I have on that damn sharp report? What is my third play? And also, yes, Joey Gallo did get a hit in his return yesterday. W's there. Jovan, I've got the Braves, and I'm so curious to hear your take on this because you've had a great read in this series the last 2 nights. I want to back Schwellenbach and the Braves on the ML after losing that game last night to the Phillies when we were literally on them for the squad rides. I want to fade Sanchez. I want to back Schwellenbach. I want to back the Braves bats against Sanchez, who's been terrible in the second half of the season, but is coming off a bounce back start finally. But I think he's fraudulent. I think he's bad at baseball. And I think the Braves, after that loss last night in brutal fashion that they blew, bounce back today with a win. I love that they're favorites in the spot with a worse pitcher. And I want to back Schwellenbach and the Braves bats against Sanchez.
I don't hate that. I felt pretty confident in stuff for the first 2 games. I don't know that I feel all that confident about a side, at least in this game. Just feels like, I don't know, the series is going to play out the same way with a low scoring kind of late inning win, just like it did the first 2 games. Maybe that's too easy. Maybe it's not, but I would say I'd probably lean your way with Schwellenbach and the Braves.
We got a nerfy bang. Let's fucking go, chats. There we go. Let's go, Mike. Mets legend Dom Smith getting signed to the Reds. Great. Yeah, that'll make a difference.
Yeah, that makes a difference. Surely.
Why? How does Dom Smith keep getting jobs, man? How? Wow, what a play by the Rockies defense. Also, the Rockies defense is sneaky really good. They were talking about it last night on the broadcast. Most double plays in baseball, a ton of runs saved. Maybe it's because they had a lot of opportunities to make plays since people are hitting fucking rockets off their starting pitchers, but their defense is solid, and I saw it myself last night against the Nats.
They also do have the best fielder in all of baseball on their team.
Who would that be?
Brenton Doyle.
Ooh, Brenton Doyle. Sure. Remember the name, chat. Krabs, king of the board, Tigers, -1.5. I'll take a peep at it. For now, I want to hear Jovan's last play on the sharp report so we can keep moving and grooving. Whoa. The Bears on the ML, huh?
Yeah. So, I mean, it's the 3rd preseason game, so we're not getting any starters across the board. Not anything surprising there. So, like, I'm not betting on Caleb ML. We're not going to see Mahomes, or at least Andy Reid's not going to say that we're seeing Mahomes or the starters for a full half and then lie about it like last week. Backups across the board. The one thing that I was watching a little bit of the Chiefs game the second half because I had squares invested in it. Their backups, especially the O-line, they're fucking terrible. And the Bears defense is deep. They have depth at every single level, backups to starters. So you can only assume that whoever's behind center for the second half of that game especially is going to get absolutely destroyed. So I'm betting on the Bears defense to show up because I don't think there's going to be too many points, but also I like Bajent. Hopefully he cooks. This is a vibes play because there's not much on the fucking MLB board. So I'm taking the Bears. Okay. Favorites against the Chiefs. It's preseason, but it's funny.
Okay. People in chat are saying there's a nice little QB comp going on as well for that backup spots, which in my opinion is the best angle to betting preseason NFL football, is finding teams who have some QB comps going on and leaning into them because you know that you're getting some pretty solid play and some motivated play out of those QBs who are leading the offenses, which I think is the most important thing in the preseason. So love the fact that the Bears have not only 2 guys, but probably 3 guys, although Austin Reed is probably not going to be the backup. Who knows? I mean, they didn't draft him or pick him up for no fucking reason. You got Bajent, you got Brent Ripien, you got Reeds, all these guys battling for their fucking depth chart spots, seeing who's going to be the backup for Caleb Williams this season. Sure, it's probably going to be Bajent, but who knows? And Ripien's been looking okay. So do you like the fact that the Bears have also played an extra preseason game this year as well? Some of those backups have played a little bit more this season. I like the fact that they have.
That certainly doesn't hurt. Gets guys comfortable. So it's not like I don't know. Like they've been playing Caleb a decent bit in the first 2 games, I guess, but especially last game. So it's not like the guys have sacrificed that much time for it as far as Bajent and Ripien go, because they had the Hall of Fame game to get up and moving.
Yep. Good point. All right. Jovan is taking the Bears as a favorite against the Chiefs. Well, if this was a regular season game, I would certainly be nuking this. If these are the odds.
If this was a regular season game, this would be largest wager of all time if this was the line.
And I feel like half the battle is kind of gauging the motivation from these teams in the preseason too. Like I know that's easier said than done, and that's, common sense 101, but you look at the Chiefs, what they've done this preseason, what they've done in years past, what they've done, in actual meaningful games, right? Look at the spot that they're in. The Chiefs don't have shit to prove right now. The Chiefs have everything set. They need to make sure that nobody that actually matters gets hurt in this final preseason game. That's literally the only fucking thing that matters for the Chiefs in this game tonight. Legitimately. I would be surprised if we see anybody starting out there for the Chiefs tonight.
They also don't have like many gray area position battles for a lot of these backups, or at least in comparison to like the Bears, it's nowhere near the amount. So like, I think I was reading the same story of like what they did last year when like none of their starters played in the third preseason game. Their defense, I mean, they won the game, but their defense got destroyed. So like with the Bears defense on the other side, that gives me a lot more confidence if we're just going to see Bajent, Ripien, and maybe Austin Reed, who knows, just get a shot against the defense too.
And I like Austin Reed, and I like these backup QBs, right? I think these guys can compete today. Who the fuck who the Chiefs have? Who are they rolling out there at QB?
Who the fuck knows today?
Who the fuck knows?
They got Woodside up and moving, I would assume.
The Chiefs don't give a shit about this game. Their goal is to get the backups some reps and make sure nobody's going to be playing, right? That's their goal here. I would be surprised if we see the starters play more than one drive, or if at all. The Bears, on the other hand,
not playing at all.
Yeah. The Bears, on the other hand, you could tell that, they're out to prove something this preseason. They got their generational QB at the helm, right? They played some inspired football in the preseason. They're carrying their momentum from last year at the end of the season when their head coach secured his job to come back after a great second half, solid second half, at least good enough. And they're carrying that momentum into this year as well. And they've got a ton of young talent. So the Bears have played much more inspired in the preseason. They're out to prove something and give themselves some confidence heading into the regular season as well. They also should be playing a lot more of their better players. That I like too. And just overall seeing the Bears as a favorite against the Chiefs, no matter what the circumstances are and who's playing, in my opinion, is a great sign too. So I want to look at the splits and see what people are betting in this game. Not the preseason splits are everything. But I am seeing as of right now in the preseason, the Bears are a little bit public on the spreads. On the ML, though, the Chiefs are getting more bets in handle, and people are probably betting the ML and not the spread in this game anyways. It's so close. So the Chiefs are public as a dog, although it doesn't really matter much in the preseason. That's another check mark in the column to fade the Chiefs for tonight. I'm in. Give me the Bears. Bear down tonight. Josh, he's doing backflips right now. Sign me up.
Sure he is.
Sign me up. Get Caleb Williams Rookie of the Year while you still can. Sure. All right, Prize Pick Squares. Let's keep moving and grooving here. Can somebody update me on how Patty C has looked? I have not heard any bitching in the chat. That could be in another scoreless frame, and I think it is. Let's go, Patty C. Attaboy. Let's see if Patty C can finish the job. I told you guys about the square and the under in the game right when we started up the show. I've also got Nick Lodolo up there, and I'm back in his more than fantasy score after some atrocious starts. He's been terrible, but you know who else has been terrible? The Pirates offense, and I think they're absolutely terrible too, and they're facing a lefty today who I think bounces back. I like Lodolo. I think the Reds get an upset win. I think he gets a quality start for the first time since Nam, and I think he soars over his fantasy score against an overrated Pirates team. Fade him, and back Nick Lodolo. Javon, what do you got for your Prize Pick Squares?
What did I have first one? Torque.
Crazy
square that's on the board. Crazy square that's on the board. But he's facing Justin Steele today, Krabs. He gets a lefty who actually pitches everything that he wants to see in the right spots in the zone too. Which is weird because Justin Steele's a great pitcher, but I feel like this is a golden matchup for Torque to do something. And it's definitely weird that the square is up and he's the juiciest in the game for the Tigers as well. So I do think, that's Moose. That's so Moose.
Why?
But I do think Torque gets this off of Justin Steele, and I can find another square for Max. And that's actually Whale that he's not on the board.
Yeah, that's beat. Probably because it's too good of a square. They got you.
Could be.
Dang it. Yeah, that's fucking ass. But you know what? All that matters is this right here. SBR, after giving hella subbies, seeing a Spencer Torkelson hit run RBIs after getting called back up. I mean, you just made this kid's day. Let's fucking go, Javon. And we got Luis Garcia up at the dish. Let's see what he can do against Cal.
Let's go.
Come on, Garcia. Why am I rooting for you to get a hit? I have the under in this game. It's because you're my guy, Luis Garcia.
There's no way Max is 200 now. He must be hitting higher in the lineup.
And he's out.
He's hitting leadoff? Oh, my Lord.
And he's out. Schulman's hitting leadoff. Is that what you just said?
That's new. What the fuck?
That is weird. Huh. All right. Jovan, what's the pivot for Schulman? What are we thinking? Does he have other squares up?
I don't think he's going to now.
Shit.
He has singles up. That's it. I'm not taking that. That's probably exactly what he's going to do. We'll have to find another square.
Okay. All right. We'll find another square. We'll give you some time here. All right, chat. Don't stress. Give Jovan a second. We've got plenty to go over today. All right. We gave you guys some winners. I know there's a lot of early starts. Jovan, would you rather go over briefly the rest of the MLB games? There's not many. Or do you want to go right to the college football Goat Whale craft sesh?
Let's cook some college football Goat Whale.
Okay. I'm in. We could solidify the squares that we already know we're going to take that we talked about the other day. And I feel like, Jovan, you have like 3 or 4 of those that you are absolutely obsessed with that I am more than on board with. It could probably start out with the one you were talking about this morning.
Yeah, LaQuinn Allen is definitely my favorite. We got some bumpage, which is cool, but I won't give full sell jobs again. But they brought over Kyle McCord. This dude's the bell cow for the offense no matter what. He had like 80 carries in their last 3 games. That's not going to change with McCord because McCord can't throw the ball himself. So LaQuinn Allen's going to do LaQuinn Allen things. And he also got directly challenged, like I said, by his head coach for 1,500 yards after just barely crossing the 1,000-yard mark last year. Not saying barely because that's a bad thing, but I think this year he's going to do even more than he did last year, and we don't even need that with the line at 924.5.
Okay. Chat, remember the fucking name. LaQuinn Allen. He might get 200 yards plus against the Hokies this season at home. I've already seen that. One thing I'm worried about this year is our rush defense, and I feel like he's got a lot of good matchups against defenses that don't scare me much in the ACC. As an ACC guy, Jovan, I can back this narrative 100%. I knew Syracuse is going to overperform this season, and it's looking like after hearing your sell job on this guy earlier this week, it's going to be LaQuinn Allen absolutely running the ball down his opposing team's throats. I mean, just bully ball. That's what he's going to do. You're going to see him absolutely dominate. If Krabs is on the sticks, he might have 300 rushing yards. Well, I don't play defense. How about it? How about
I think he's saying if you're on offense,
you're because I run the fuck out of the ball. Yeah,
run the damn ball, guy.
You have to establish the run even in a video game. I don't care if it's real life. I don't care if it's NFL, college. I don't care if it's a video game. You have to establish the run. Okay, it has to be done, and it's much easier to not throw picks when you run the ball. Okay, so that also helps. All right, LaQuinn Allen. I'm in. Jovan, I'm down to back the Syracuse running back this year. He's got some good matchups, and he's gotten some good bumpages as well. All right. Any other Geysermans that you cannot stop thinking about, Jovan? Guys who you're going to be blown, you're going to be losing sleep if they are not in this college football season-long lineup.
Let's say LaQuint is on a pedestal of his own as far as my couple squares go. So he's up there at the top, and then there's the 3 other ones. Jay Knott for obvious reasons. Won't even need to sell that. But the 2 quarterbacks, I'm interested. I don't think we got to talk about it too much, like your thoughts on either of those quarterbacks, but Van Dyke and Wigman.
Yes.
I like them both quite a bit.
I like both of them as well. I like both of their teams, especially I like Wigman's team better, and I like Van Dyke, the angle and the sell job and the bounce back narrative better. So I don't know which one we want to go with, but I'm more than down to back Tyler Van Dyke on his new team at Wisconsin. And I'm also down to back, the A&M quarterback as well. So sign me up.
Yeah.
You got to pick over the either one. You want to go with both?
I mean, I'm definitely more in on Wigman or more in on Texas A&M than I am Wisconsin. The thing that like keeps me looking at Van Dyke is the fact that they don't have Braylon Allen anymore, and that offense was already air raid as much as it could be last year with Braylon Allen in it. It's like not that they have chopped liver running back because they don't. That running back room is still good, but I feel like he's going to be slinging this year. That's crazy for Yepes.
Yepes doing his job for the under. Love to see that. Unbelievable. Luther Burden, Nuke. Luther Burden is a fucking beast. But he probably will not be going in this lineup, respectfully.
Yeah, probably not.
Jovan, I might be down to go with both QBs.
Wow.
Let's set the tone here.
Set the tone.
I'm having a tough time kind of coming up with, picking one or the other. I think we start out with both.
Let's start out with both, and then maybe we'll get some of your squares up and moving. Talk about those and see what we land on.
Yep. Any receiver squares you want to talk about before I go over some of the ones that I like?
To be honest, there's not a receiver that's really screaming at me too much. There's a couple I don't mind, and I think you're going to talk about one of them. But
yeah,
receivers are not my favorite. They got some corp. There's all corp up there this year, which is moose.
Yeah, I mean, I want to back McMillan. I don't even care what the number's at. I would not mind backing McMillan at all. I like that conception square as well, like chat's bringing up right now, which looks like it might have gotten bumped up a little bit to 799.5. I feel like that was like low 700s when we were talking about it last, but I could be mistaken.
Yeah,
I like those two guys. I like RJ Maryland, the SMU tight ends. Those are probably the guys looking at me the funniest on Prize Picks right now, receiving yards wise. Unless we want to get into some less thans, but I'd say McMillan. I'd say RJ Maryland, the tight end from SMU. Those are probably my two favorite receiving yard squares up, Jovan.
I mean, I wouldn't hate just squaring up and taking McMillan.
I feel like we have to, and I feel like he's about to put on. He's going to get over 1,000 yards. If he lands in that fucking 49-yard threshold, I'll charge it to the game. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they're going to be playing a lot from behind, too.
Yep.
So
I agree. Their schedule's brutal, man. That win total's low, and for good reason. I think it's not going to be as easy of, an offensive matchup, I guess, this season you could call it, looking at their schedule for Arizona compared to last year when I feel like they had some good matchups. They're going to be playing from behind. They're going to have to fucking air it out. How about Kuith from, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Kuith from Utah? Kuith? There's no way that's his name. There's no chance that's his name.
I don't know how to say it.
From Utah. I think they throw the ball a ton this year. I mean, if there's one thing I know about Utah, it's that they love their tight ends. That's for sure. They love throwing their tight ends. I mean, we saw it a couple years ago when Cam Rising was healthy and throwing to some of his tight ends. I remember Utah had a tight end who converted over from playing rugby at one point. That wasn't one of the guys in the NFL right now, is it? I don't think so.
Look at him spawning, man.
I got to look that up on the depth chart.
Fellas.
Sir?
Trent?
Just wanted to inform you that I looked at the slate and said, yeah, I'm not doing the fucking search today. So
okay.
Soft, man.
Let's stick around and spend some time on here. Are you chill with that?
Yeah. 100%. 100%. We could use the time. Anyways, we're trying to craft up and finalize this college football season-long Goat Whale, Trent. As we speak.
I need something to tail. Wait.
Yeah.
Do I have to tail it this week?
Probably not.
Yeah.
I don't think any of these guys play.
Yeah, I don't think they play
Saturday.
Yeah, because we're not taking
so far yet.
Yes, dude. Yes.
So you should be okay.
Right.
Yep.
There's no way we're saying yes.
Why you gotta wait, bro?
Because I want to nuke, but I was wanting to cash out 20 racks.
Jesus. All right. Well, we're talking about the Utah tight end right now, so don't get too excited. I'm trying to find who was this fucking tight end they had 2 years ago, chat.
Utah?
Who was a fucking
Kincaid.
Was Kincaid the former rugby player?
Oh, rugby player? No.
Yes, the guy who was out there on the field with Kincaid. They were both this guy, Thomas Yasmin.
Oh.
Is he still around and up and moving? Is he still on that team? Because if he is, I'm definitely not taking that Utah tight end on Prize Picks because that guy was a fucking poacher.
I just don't like taking tight ends in the Big 12, period. Because the Big 12, people don't realize, Big 12 defenses are all built with super athletic linebackers. Like, this is not the Pac-12. That is like traditional linebackers. Like a lot of the linebackers across the Big 12 are converted safeties, which I really don't like because those are the type of guys that could stick with a tight end.
That's good ball knowledge.
Sure. I agree. Bro, he's on the Broncos. Thomas Yasmin is. Talk about a dynasty guy to stash. That fucking dude in the last round. All right. Well, he's not still on the Utah roster, but I'm more than down to not back a tight end in that conference. Okay. Corbin is absolutely shoving right now. Are we going to talk about it? Or are we going to just ignore it? You guys are seeing it. I know you are, and you're not bringing it up at all.
No, we love it.
No,
You love it, Krabs.
Come on, Patty C. You want to take Travis Hunter less than receiving yards in here just for the vibes, or
Krabs, man?
Nah, I saw a mock draft the other day. The Commanders taking him at 4, and I almost fucking passed out. He might be a Commander, to be completely honest with you. Is he going to play both sides of the ball in the NFL?
I mean, I feel like there's no way.
There's no way, right? We haven't seen that in years.
Can't be.
All right, let's lock back in here. Right now, I got 4 squares that I've selected that we've talked about so far that I'm definitely liking. We got that Weigman square, the Van Dyke square. We got LaQuint Allen. We got McMillan, who's an absolute stud. And I'll tell you guys what I told the chat last year when we were crafting this puppy up. It's okay to be a little bit more square and use your football brain when crafting up a college football goat whale. NFL? No. Like, that could not be further from the truth in the NFL. But college football, you can use your college brain, your football brain, and you could be a little bit more square and take stuff that makes sense. I promise.
Oh, love to hear that coming from you.
Yeah, so you could kind of just take some goats who are a little undervalued, some bigger name guys, and I would never, ever do that in the NFL. So, Jovan, I mean, Omari and Hampton, Roman Hemby, 2 running backs who are looking at me funny. Any thoughts on those 2 gentlemen?
Yeah, I mean, you can't tell me too much from the ACC running back side of things that I will not like. Because, I mean, that conference has a ridiculous core for running backs, whether it's Hampton, whether it's fucking LaQuint, whether it's Ott, whether it's Maffa, and they have a lot of very questionable run defenses for everybody really not named Clemson.
Omari and Hampton is at an insane number. Absurd.
Yeah, rightfully so, though.
1074.5. Jesus. Now, that kid might be the first running back off the boards in next year's draft. He's that good. I'm telling you. And then Roman Hemby I like as well for the Terps, but that probably correlates more with them having to be goods. Now, it is a Mike Loxley hot seat year. Like, if he doesn't come through and if they don't improve, which I'm expecting them to do, I like their squad this season, he's probably gone. Like, he's probably out of a job, to be completely frank. So this is a big year for the Terps, and they have the talent. They just need to fucking lock in. Can we look at their schedule again and see what you think, Jovan, against some of these defenses?
Like I was saying, I mean, like, the ACC run defense is really anybody not named Clemson, I guess Florida State, and then like NC State. Like, the only teams that scare me a little bit, and they play Florida State and NC State, obviously. Like, beyond that, I mean, they're not playing a run defense that's good the entire year. Minnesota, I guess, will be fine, like, coming out of the year, but I still think you can do enough.
Yep.
I don't know. It's just not a scary schedule. It goes for anybody in the ACC. And then here's
Maryland.
I might veto this if we put this
in.
No
way you're using your veto for the fucking Maryland kids.
I might. You know I hate Maryland Krabs.
Can I see what we got so far? Do we have anything so far?
We do.
I'll show you, Trent.
We're incubating just a few right now.
We got
these are what we have in so far right here.
LaQuint Allen, that sounds like a beast.
Yep.
Gotta be Connor Weigman.
Sure.
Is that how you say it? Texas A&M
yes.
QB?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Van Dong, Wisconsin's QB. Okay.
Trent, I want you to go look at LaQuint Allen's like box score stats from last year, from like the last couple games. And I want you to think how you would feel if you bet on him in those couple games.
Wait, I'm sorry. You need me to look at whose?
LaQuint Allen.
LaQuint Allen.
LaQuint. T at the end.
LaQuint Allen. Stats. Dude.
It's the amount of carries in the last couple games of the season last year is actually insane.
He was on Syracuse.
Yeah.
Okay. Holy.
Minus the bowl game.
Oh, what? What happened to his carries?
Towards the end of the season. End at the top.
Oh,
the top is most recent. Top is most recent.
Wow, dude. 32 carries.
He got 20 carries in a game. They lost 45-0. He still got 20 carries.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Which is crazy.
That is nuts. I mean, he's going to be the centerfold of their offense. Everyone's talking about, the QB coming in, but I think it's going to be RB.
What was the bowl game? Oh, up here. 20 carries, 2 yards. What the fuck happened?
It was like a big fumble because fumbles are a crazy fumble that doesn't get recovered for a while is like that negative yards, but that wouldn't count for season long anyway.
I don't know.
That's crazy. We got Fat Girls coming in, dropping a 10U sub whale, by the way. Nobody said shit. That's crazy.
Fat Girls.
Let's go, Fat Girls. 10 piece. Sure, we can.
That's a little concerning, though, dude. Coming off that looks like UNT in the bowl. 45-0.
Well, they're missing like their whole team. He wasn't even number one there. But yeah, USF sneaky good. Sneaky good.
Man.
Well, Chad, we got our Sharp Report plays on the bottom ticker if you need winners to lock in while we finalize this college football goat whale. Why aren't there any Ollie Gordon season-long squares, Max is asking? Probably because they're too free. They're probably too free.
Bro was averaging 1/10 of a yard per carry.
Man, one game. Doesn't matter.
1/10.
That is crazy, though, looking at it. But it doesn't matter, bro.
Yeah, it literally doesn't matter. 4.3 yards per carry last year.
Including that game. It definitely hurt his stats.
Crazy.
Yeah, 1,000 rushing yards.
Devin Neal is low-key one of the best running backs in college football as well. And, nobody's talking about him at all down there at Kansas. Do we like Kansas? Do we like them up in a lot of games this year? Do we like their win total over? Do we think they'll be running the ball a lot at the end of games, handing the ball off to their stud running back, Devin Neal?
Yeah, they're a weird team because the one thing I hate about, backing a Devin Neal square, not that he's not going to do it anyway or not have the opportunities anyway, but if Jalen Daniels is hurt at any point this season and they don't have Jason Bean this season because that fucker's in the NFL, they might be fucked. I think that whole offense falls apart. So I really don't want to bank on Jalen Daniels staying healthy all year.
Yep. That's fair.
What about baby ETN? Dude's kind of rat meat.
Yeah, and I feel like Georgia, a lot of times, they've got so much talent at that position. You'll see even big name guys like Trevor Etienne still splitting the backfield. They're still trying to keep guys fresh all year, right? This isn't Georgia's first rodeo. They're not going to run Trevor Etienne in the fucking ground this season. I feel like that square is a little bit bait.
We need the Weege season-long square.
Yeah, we do. Joey Gallo walk. They had a Joey Gallo walk square up on the board today, and he just fucking walked. Yeah. Lead off.
Told me.
Lead off walk. He saw the ball. He was putting up some good ABs yesterday in his return. This is literally his last chance. So if he doesn't do anything in the next 30 games, he's probably not going to be on an MLB team next year.
You want to watch this Patty C strikeout?
I mean, yeah, you don't got to tell me twice. Kidding me?
Goots, big game tonight, brother. Battle of the Booper Bowl.
Battle of the Booper.
This is a huge series, bro. I can't wait till we sweep and those odds go for the World Series lower than the O's. That's what I'm.
Yeah, probably will sweep.
Yeah, Zach, there might be in your state, they might not have that tab, but I would double check and make sure that you looked all the way at the end. I'm seeing that category all the way at the end to the right of CFL right now on Prize Picks. If you don't see it there, then you're probably not able to bet it. And we got a nice little bunt from the Nats. Oh, the guy made a diving play, and that was a terrible bunt.
Unlucky. Unlucky, it says.
That was a crazy fucking play by the first baseman. Holy shit. Just when I was talking about the Rockies defense being good earlier, and the guy makes that play. It's game 7 of the World Series. Jesus.
Legacy plays.
All right, let's lock back in here.
I don't know if you saw this in chat, but the Mariners fired their coach. Got service.
Wow.
Yeah, they're fucking trash, bro.
That's crazy.
You got to steal one from the Dodgers.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, they are falling apart.
People actually thought that Rat Meat team was winning the division.
Fire their GM for fucking signing Robles to an extension.
Dude. Strohs to win that division 2 months ago would have fed Ma and Pa.
I mean, we talked about it on the fucking BTL pods when you could still get him a plus 300, plus 400.
We were banging that drum for every single day of this season.
Seen this movie before. I was happy when I saw you lock in that nuke on the Astros to win the World Series. I was happy.
Regardless of the outcome, that's one of my favorite wagers I've placed.
Okay. We'll see how it plays out, man. Something about that team. They look solid.
Speaking of wagers, Trent's placing. You see Montana State getting some steam against your New Mexico boys?
Yeah, it's good. They're up to like what, minus 13 now?
Yeah, they're approaching 2 touchdowns against an FBS
That's
team.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Well, I cannot believe Rodgers got yoinked.
Bro, come on. We don't need to talk about that.
I cannot.
Unbelievable. Yes, Chad, if you guys are interested in the FCS versus FCS matchups this season, me and Jovan talked about the future. You can lock it on the Green Book. FCS teams over 6.5 wins versus FBS teams. And we've literally got a matchup week 0 coming up on Saturday of an FCS team laying almost 2 touchdowns against New Mexico. That is insane. That's insane. I don't even know how to make that make sense in my brain, but it's a great sign for that bet. I'll tell you that much. We'll drop the link to the YouTube in the chat if you guys want to check it out. All right.
Did we address the Battle of Berg?
Yeah, briefly in the beginning. Jovan won again. Fuck. Nobody enjoys it more than Trent right now. Watching this play out.
Krabs. Live nuking the fucking Aces. What are we doing?
I did not know you were on the Aces, or else I would not have done it.
Yeah, that was. I'm still fucking so angry.
And I'm assuming you watched them play and it looked like they were playing with fucking blindfolds on.
Dude,
right?
It was really tough to watch.
Yeah, and every single shot that was it the Minnesota Lynx, I believe. Every single shot they took one in.
They made every shot.
It was like it was not a real game. Yeah, it was insane. I think they play again on in a couple of days. Somebody was saying in chat earlier, so I might have to put the fucking house on the Aces.
Wow, that might be a New York nuke.
That might be a New York nuke this weekend. I'm going to check the Carfax on that right now. And it looks like they play at Minnesota on Friday night, late night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. We might be tuned into that puppy. Yep.
Wow.
In Minnesota. And it's only a 2-point spread. It's already out. Yeah, I'll take the Aces on the road. Fuck it. One more time.
-2 for the Aces?
No, they're +2. They're +2. Still close, though.
Wow.
Still close. I mean, Minnesota's the best team in the WNBA this year. The Aces look like shit. They're only laying 2 at home after they beat them the last 2 times they played them in easy fashion.
Yeah, this ain't your Peepaw's Aces.
Yeah, that was a wake-up call probably last night for the Aces. And that was a wake-up call for me and Trent to not fucking bet on that team ever again, but we're going to have to one more time on Friday.
One more
right now we are. One more, and then we're done if they don't come through. Deal?
Yeah.
We might not have a choice. And we could parlay with the Mystics, who are favorites on Friday, -5.5.
God damn it, Krabs.
Jovan, keep me fucking reeled in here, man. We got to finalize this goddamn college football Goat Whale.
Reel it back.
I'm back.
You got me over here talking about WNBA games tomorrow.
What are we doing?
The Mystics, man. The Mystics.
Reel it in.
Off, I promise you'll get paid, bro. I maxed out my limit on Cash App.
That's crazy.
I'll have Dave send it.
That's crazy. Jovan, I want to add another running back into the fold here. I'm giving you a couple options. We can go Roman Hemby on Maryland. We can go Omarion Hampton on UNC. We could go Devin Neal on Kansas, but we already kind of talked through that one. And after talking about it, I don't know if I love that one as much. Roman Hemby or Omarion Hampton?
I mean, I would say I definitely trust Omarion Hampton a little more, partially because he gets a much easier slate of rush defenses than Roman Hemby does.
So Roman Hemby gets UConn. That should be a big one, right? He should be putting up some numbers there before he gets pulled in that game, right?
Could be.
Michigan State at home. They should win that game. They should be running the ball there. They play at UVA. Give me a fucking break. He could get 1,000 yards there in that one game. Villanova at home. I mean, come on.
Like that one, I don't know if he's even going to get much in that game, though.
It's a good point. I mean, they're playing such dog shit teams. Who knows how long he's going to play? I mean, they're going to be beating UVA by 30 at halftime. They're going to be up 30 at halftime against Villanova and UConn.
So the problem is when we get into the back end of the schedule, I don't know. Like, they're going to be down versus Oregon and probably not running the ball. I don't know if they're going to do shit against Rutgers, Iowa, or Penn State's rush defenses. And those are the last 4 games.
Okay. All right. Well, I think the decision has been made, and I think it's got to be Omarion Hampton, which I am more than okay with. So right now we have Connor Wiegman, more than pass yards, Van Dyke, more than pass yards, LaQuint Allen, more than rush yards, Omarion Hampton, more than rush yards. We got McMillan more than receiving yards? Is there another receiver, Jovan, that was looking at you funny at one point that you want to throw their hat into the ring?
Hat into the ring? Not really, Krabs.
I know you were talking about earlier you're not in love with the receiving squares, which is okay.
They got some just the corp receivers, dude. Like,
I wouldn't mind taking one of the Florida guys. I think Graham Mertz is going to have a good year.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I mean, they're going to be down too, but I still think they're going to be competitive. Nobody really seems to think they are. But
why is Ott not in here?
He could be. I don't know. He could be. It worries me a little bit, him being at that number. I feel like Jovan as well is he's had better sell jobs on other squares than that one, who's more just like his guy. No, I wouldn't be opposed to putting it in. I still like it. He's still a fucking beast, and he's going to be playing an ACC schedule against some shitty rush defenses. But I don't know. There were other sell jobs that were better from Jovan than that one.
Can you go back to the incubation?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Also, no lesson in this does not feel like BTL to me.
Yeah, we need one.
Yeah, we might need to add some less thans.
Might need it, huh? Let's take a look at what could be on the plat for less thans.
I request a less than and a goat.
I mean, there's already a goat in there.
Who's the goat?
McMillan and Hampton, for that matter, but definitely McMillan.
McMillan's a goat.
Yeah.
McMillan's the best receiver in college football.
Yeah, arguably. Up there.
Can you scroll up, Goots?
We got Drizzle coming in, resub and W Drizzle. Tigers versus Cubs Nerfy, lock it in, he said. Sure. Yeah, you want to fade somebody?
James Wood, him.
James Wood coming through with two guys on.
Wow, 2-run single for Chelly.
Wow, James Wood is fucking him. Let's go, James. Let's go, James. Atta boy.
I should have fucking tailed.
No more. No more.
Three more Krabs.
All right, 3 more. Let's fucking go, James. He is clutch. He is him. This guy, you could just tell by watching him hit, man. He's a professional hitter. I'm so excited. Juan Soto 2.0. Let's go, Nats.
Quinn Allen.
Massive.
Okay, go down. Keep going. McMillan.
Jovan, who do you want to fade? Who is on this list? Who is the most fadeable guy? You know, I don't want to fade Luther Burden just off on alone, but I feel like, you know, that team is not great as James Wood gets a fucking steal. Sure.
Cam Ward.
Are these 5 or 6 legs?
Up to us.
Yeah, debatable. We could fade the guy who had a generational season last year and has the best running back in the country in his backfield.
Who?
Alan Bowman.
Huh. Oh, man. You want to fade a QB?
Yeah. I mean, not wishing injury on the guy either, but he was finally healthy for a full season last year for the first time in 5 years, too. So, I mean, that's a part of it, but he has Ollie Gordon in the backfield. They caught every single break with the easiest slate of defenses last year. This year, it's not like that. Plus, you got to go on the road for some tougher games, and then you have Ollie Gordon to control the game when you need it.
I like it. I also like Graham Mertz more than pass yards, but I know we're trying to find a less than.
You can't tell me that's not James Wood.
Dude.
Waka Flocka?
It's got to be. That just simply has to be.
Waka Flocka? Trent.
They look identical.
They don't look at all alike.
Are you kidding?
They have the same hair.
Okay, look at this. Look at his face.
Dreads.
Look at his face.
No, dude. They just have dreads.
You're joking.
I mean, I could see it a little bit, but I feel like I shouldn't even be saying that.
No, dude.
I don't know.
It's actually wild.
Jovan, man, we could fade Cam Ward on Miami.
See, one of the reasons I don't like Miami and Cam Ward is because like he has great games where he's going to throw for 400, and then he has shit games. So like I feel like the good might cancel out the bad there.
All right, you want to fade Alan Bowman?
Maybe fade Bowman. You're not going to fade Riley Leonard, but that could be a move too.
No.
I wish I had some nuggets to bring to the table.
Dude, you gotta get in the lab, Trent.
I don't know shit, dude.
I need you riding some more futures, or craft some more futures other than New Mexico. You need to be invested.
Should I make my big three?
Yeah, make a big three.
I just don't know anything.
I mean,
Blake Shapen under Vinny likes.
He's really bad at ball.
And somebody just drafted Aaron Rodgers in our Dynasty League. That's crazy.
Dude.
Draft is so long. It's crazy.
Jovan. I feel like we have too many QBs.
2 QBs?
We have too many.
Isn't there only 2?
We have 3 right now with that Bowman fade.
Maybe take Van Dyke out.
We should take one of the 2 guys out at the top.
Yeah, take your pick.
I want to take Van Dyke out.
I was going to say the same.
Sure.
Let's take Van Dyke out.
Who is the under?
Alan Bowman.
And who is he?
He is a 30-year-old quarterback for OK State who's played for 1 million years, but has the best running back in college football, who's going to be getting a lot of touches. And I want to fade him. Jovan had a good point, too. Who knows if he stays healthy for a full season? We really haven't seen it besides last year. Yeah, sell stock on Alan Bowman. All right. Allen, Hampton, McMillan. Now it's starting to come together.
It's coming together.
Now it's starting to come together.
Did you guys do 6 last year?
I feel like we did 5.
We also they had touchdown.
They had more squares up.
Yeah.
So right now I've got Alan Bowman less than pass yards, Connor Wiegman more than pass yards, LaQuint Allen more than rush yards, Amarian Hampton more than rush yards, and McMillan more than receiving yards. That's looking pretty good. Oh, we got Deej coming in with his play.
Oh, we got Weege in chat.
Oh, he's waiting to see if they're adding touchdowns.
They will
Can
not.
we confirm they're not adding touchdowns? Yep. So, Weege, they're not adding touchdowns this year, unfortunately. So, and Patty C is making this game very, very interesting. Yeah, Shelly, hold on, brother.
Shelly.
It's going to be a bumpy ride. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Yep.
I just looked, and it was 5 last year, and it was all more thans.
Okay. Did it hit?
No, because you had fucking Drew Aller in the shit.
God damn it.
Fuck Jelly, man.
Mikey would like to step in and add a nugget.
Please.
Give us some nugs.
Please.
What's your nug, Mikey?
Nussmeier, first year at the helm. Who do you throw to? But the big, beefy wide receiver, Kyron Lacey, who had almost 800 yards last year.
Death, taxes, and LSU wide receivers.
Krabs said death, taxes, LSU wide receiver.
And they're nice. Could it be Lacey's turn? I don't know, man.
Also, that was a we'll be seeing entry, my bet. It was 6-piece, and there's one less than it was Joe Milton.
Did that hit?
I don't think it did.
I mean, I'd be more than down to stick with this lineup. I'm not opposed to it.
Shelly, dude.
Or we could add another receiver. It sucks that we only have one receiver, but it is what it is. I mean, we don't have as many options up this year as Patty C throws a fucking wild pitch and both runners advance to second and third.
Oh, not just a wild pitch. He hit him.
Oh, nice. Good.
Nice.
Great.
That was it last year.
This is last year's. How did it end up going?
I think Henderson might have been really close and went less than though. I'm pretty sure. And I think
Router hit, Gabriel hit.
Did Joe Milton cost his coins?
No, I think it was the wide receivers. No.
Milton hit.
Oh, you're right, dude. It was fucking Hunter.
Hunter got hurt.
Hunter had a terrible season.
And then then you shit second half of the year.
Terrible.
Thoughts on this formula here? If we did 2 QBs, 2 receivers, 2 RBs.
That's what I was trying to mold it after.
Formula, dude.
But I'm also down to just keep it to 5.
Yeah, I'll let you decide that.
Yeah, I'm also down to keep it to 5.
I mean, if there's a wide receiver we're putting in this to go with that formula, it might be choosing between fucking Eugene and Elijah Badger.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind. Wouldn't mind.
I like Badger.
I would say I'd go Eugene, but I don't know that
Krabs.
I really have. I don't know that I have a big preference out of the 2.
Holy fucking
Shelly
shit,
here.
Patrick Corbin.
No way he rolled those.
Shelly,
Wow.
bro, go buy a fucking lot.
What a play!
Wow.
What a play! We do roll those.
I wish you were with me
Let's
this morning
go.
at 7-Eleven. This dude that I always see at 7-Eleven always tries to get me to buy these Dallas Cowboys scratch-off tickets. And he's like, "Oh, Cowboys are good this year. You should buy a ticket." And I was
You're
just
like,
like,
I hate
what
that
would
fucking team. No thanks.
What would Krabs say here?
I'd probably tell the guy to go fuck himself is what I would tell him, to be completely honest with you. Or maybe I'd buy one and just rip it up in front of him and then leave. That'd be fun. Jovan, you want to take Eugene, Krabs, Wilson on Florida?
Yeah, I wouldn't hate that. So that's the guy. I mean, he's been there. And Badger's coming in for from Arizona State, so at least Eugene is the best wide receiver on that team and has the rapport with him, with Graham Mertz. Yeah. And if it ends up being Lagway for a bit. So I'd say I trust them to get the ball in his hands a little more than Badger, which, I mean, granted, he has a much higher number. But I would say it's Eugene.
I mean, Eugene in his freshman year had 538 yards, and they're bumping him up to 724. Sign me up, dude. Yeah. I know there's been some people leaving, but I think it might have to just be Eugene.
Miss a couple games too. But yeah, I think there's a reason.
Okay. Let's put Eugene Krabs in there. I'm in.
Eugene Krabs.
I'm in. Sign me up. Actually, right now, we got Alan Bowman less than. The rest are more thans. Connor Weigman passing yards. LaQuinn Allen. Omarion Hampton. McMillan. And Wilson. I'm liking it. Okay.
I'm down with that.
What QB did we take out? We took out Van Dyke. I still like that square. I know Jovan definitely does. It's his. But I feel like between him and Weigman, between the two more thans to pick from to take out, I feel like Weigman is a better angle and a better square. So I think we leave that in there and we close this puppy out with Eugene Krabs Wilson, which is very, very fitting. Right. I'm
hilarious.
I like it. I like it. Dilgod said, why Wilson over DK, though? I mean, Wilson was already there. He's not transferring in. He's only a sophomore, though. On the depth charts, I want to make sure he's still number 1. Let's see.
I mean, he's going to be. He's the best wide receiver on that team.
Yeah, I just want to I want to make sure I'm not seeing any bullshit.
DK's been running with the 2s a lot. So I don't even know what his role is going to look like this year.
Feel free to drop your whale in chat. Ahan would love it.
Yeah, I mean, they do get DK coming in and they got Badger coming in, but I don't think fucking Eugene Wilson is going anywhere, to be honest with you. The Florida kid. Let's back him.
Question for the chat. Which QB is worthy of, or like who's the top QB this year? Best QB who's going to fucking ball out? Question for the chat.
Milrow.
Dude, Shadur's in chat should be banned. Should be banned.
Shadur is
Shadur.
Should be banned.
Fuck Shadur. Because I'm making
Milrow back. Okay. That is absolutely absurd. Unbelievable. Fade back, they're saying. Don't sleep on Fafita. Yeah, do not sleep on Fafita. He's got his hands full this year, though. That's for sure.
Yep.
All right, are we locking this 6 Geyserman in? I think I'm ready to.
I'm in on that.
Yeah. How much you putting on it? 500?
Yeah, 500.
All right, I'll match. Chat, I will send the link in here as well, but I'll read it out one more time as Goots has it up here on the screen. Alan Bowman, Connor Wiegman, LaQuinn Allen, Omarion Hampton, McMillan, and Wilson. It just sounds right. It just feels right.
Does feel right.
I'm in. Sign me up.
Will you both have your own individual goat whales, or is this like a main one?
Not for college.
Not for college.
Not
enough squares up to do that.
Like we did this last year too. We didn't have our own college footballs, I don't think. I think we just had a BTL one, and then we had a BTL NFL, but also our own NFL because we're fucking dialed. That's what we'll do again this year. All right, chat. I'm going to send the link in here to Gucci, and he will drop it in the chat for you guys. If you want to tail the BTL college football Megalodon for the season. All right, get the fuck involved. The NFL season longs will be out in the next couple of days for me. Jovan, Trent, what are you guys thinking?
Probably on the just about the same timeline.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I want to drop it this weekend or on Monday after the last preseason games. Because knowing my fucking luck and how my life goes, I'll put it out, and all my guys will tear their ACLs this weekend on the first play. But yeah, within a couple of days, donation in chat.
Question: does ETN, will he be splitting carries at Georgia?
Dude, they always do, man.
Yeah.
They always do. Now, I've looked at it before, their depth chart, and they don't have like another stud sitting behind them, like that the public knows about, but I guarantee you one of these two dudes is just going to go absolutely fucking nuclear this year and end up taking hella carries from them, whether it's Roderick Robinson or Branson Robinson, one of the two Robs is going to get involved and end up. It's like Sean McVay and running backs with him, right? You could have the greatest running back ever, Connor Williams, but you still have in the back of your head knowing that their coach hates only using one running back. It's kind of the same thing with Georgia, I feel like. Even when they've had these goats, they still don't run them into the ground. Maybe that's why they keep getting these guys to commit, because they know they're not overusing them before they go to the league. I don't know. But whatever they're doing, it's working, right?
Yeah. Question real quick. Besides Luther Burden, who else is super goat worthy?
Who else is super goat worthy as a receiver?
Yeah.
I mean, it's the top 4 guys, I would say. Burden, Travis Hunter, it's Isaiah Bond, and McMillan are like super good guys. Maybe one of the Oregon wide receivers.
Yeah. Tez Johnson, I'd probably say, out of the 2 Oregon receivers.
Aaron Judge? Yes.
Okay. This motherfucker. You know, I'll say it. Aaron Judge is a better hitter now than he was when he broke the fucking records. If you actually watch him swing and take at bats and hit the baseball in the year of 2024, and you've played baseball in the past, or at least you know a little bit of ball, you'll notice something. Aaron Judge isn't going up there taking fucking war hacks and hitting the ball out of the park, every 10th at bats. He's actually going up there with an approach and having good at bats and seeing pitches. He might not be hitting the ball the other way, like I bitched about, to help out his team. That he still lacks, because he does try to hit a home run with every swing, but he's been such a better hitter up there this year. You could see the improvement, him taking pitches, him laying off the low cheese, him taking strikes that are low because he has the biggest strike zone ever. Instead of swinging at it, getting pissed off, just take the pitches, wait for yours. He has gotten so much better with his fucking approach up there and taking pitches. It hurts my soul to say those words, but it's true. The guy keeps getting better, man. He keeps getting better. It's unbelievable. Krabs has a gun to his head right now. Yes, that was a compliment. Yes, that was a compliment. My brain fucking works, chat. I got to compliment the guy right now. He's on an absolute heater.
No way that was a unicorn bomb.
I'm sure. Well, I mean, 10 of his home runs a year are unicorn bombs. Yeah. It's literally, it should be illegal. and now I'm back on hating him again. Okay. Jovan, any other MLB plays, any other MLB winners that you want to let the people know about? I know there's not that many games besides the ones on the Sharp Report. Anything else?
Chat, that was a home run in every park but one.
Ish.
And the only one, Coors Field.
Huh.
Yeah, GG's.
I've never seen a clip go up faster after a home run.
Yeah, the people are ready. The Aaron Judge clips come out easy. It's the Xander Bogaerts ones that you can't find all day. You know? Oh, another strikeout for Patty C. Are we going to see Patty C get 10 strikeouts today? I'm going to fucking say it. He's at 64 pitches. He's almost through the 5th inning already. I mean, look, it's not going to be easy. He's not on pace.
It's asking a lot.
I know. That is asking a lot. He's pitching his fucking heart out today, man. Something about Patty C pitching at home during the day that just hits different. Jovan, can you go over some other MLB plays for the people if you got any others?
I want to ask Trent if he's got a daytime square that he wants to play around with
today for baseball.
Yeah. You got a couple minutes before these games start.
I missed the Sharp Report. What were your squares?
I have a little torque hit run RBI in the game that's about to start against Justin Steele. And then the other one's gone, so no point.
Are there really only 2 games tonight?
There's not very many. There's 3. No, there's a couple more. 5 nighttime games.
5. But you're asking for a daytime square in the Cubs game or Rays?
Yeah.
No, I got nothing.
Oosh.
Those are two games you would rarely see me get involved in. I don't even know why we got involved in the Tigers game yesterday. I was fucking rat shit.
And another Patty CK. He's got 6.
Dude, he's him. He's actually him.
That was a great pitch.
Love to take this. I mean, how many strikeouts are going to be in that fucking Reds Pirates game?
Probably a lot, to be honest with you.
Dude.
Really?
I don't know.
Jovan thinks Lodolo is going to get mucked up today. I think he deals, but
I think Lodolo's hurt, dude.
You think he's hurt? Why would they be pitching him right now? There's no reason for him to keep pitching if he's hurt.
He looks very different. Like, it's not that they said he's been bad. There's something noticeably off. And I mean, same thing with Skeens, except like we know it's because he's at his innings limit.
Yeah, he's tired.
Like, he's not pitching anymore. He's just throwing a ball hard.
You don't think he's just tired?
Yeah, he's tired. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Not Lodolo. I think Skeens.
I was saying you don't think Lodolo is just tired?
No.
Okay. You think something else is up? All right.
Yeah. I think if we get one more really bad start, whether it's a phantom stint or not, like he's going to the IL.
Yeah, he's going on there. Yep. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised either. Now, me personally, watching him pitch, and I've watched him pitch against the Nats in person, a couple weeks ago. He just looks like he has arm fatigue, like Mackenzie Gore does, but I could be wrong.
It's part of it too.
We'll see when we get involved in that game and turn it on later tonight. I mean, we'll know right away, first inning, right? If he looks off or not. He gets these weird blisters that fuck him up. Dude, he needs to figure it the fuck out. Figure it out, dudes. We can't be having blisters hold you back. You're a major league pitcher. What are they doing? Chad, I am fading Skeens, and I am backing the Reds today, but Jovan does not recommend that to a friend. That's a solo mesh from me.
Yeah, maybe.
What else you seen on the board, Jovan?
I mean, not too much, Krabs. I'll be honest with you. We don't have much.
Rays report would be nice.
Rays report. I mean, I think it's the Rays again. Close out their series with the a little win, 3-1. This feels like one that is probably gonna have the most runs out of all the games, though, because Springs. I mean, small sample size. He hasn't been back for long, but when he has started on the road, hasn't been nearly as good. It is the A's against the lefty, which is kind of dead at this point, but we're still hitting better against lefties, even when they're not full strength. So I don't think it'll come easy because Beto's also been good, but probably something relatively similar to the first couple games, just with more runs.
All right. What about the late night Geysermans? Anything in Toronto? They got a Random McGee, Ryan Burr pitching. He's a fucking -155 favorite against Trent's Angels. That's crazy. No, nothing.
Come out of the bullpen the other day.
Yeah, it's a bullpen game. So, I mean, he's probably going to be out there for a little longer than just like a couple innings, but I find it hard to believe, maybe not a hot take because it's a 9 total, but I don't know how the Angels don't score runs today. That's I wouldn't mind taking a stab at them at plus chick, even when the lines seem fat for the Blue Jays, especially when they're in Toronto. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. So, like, that team needs to blow it up. So I wouldn't mind. If we're talking any dog that I feel like I would take a stab on today that's decent plus chick, it's got to be the Angels.
Thoughts on the Booper Bowl game?
The Booper Bowl.
Astros goes
back and forth, dude. Everybody wants to fade Corbin Burns. Don't know that I'm there.
Shoot. Can we get the Goots angle?
Yeah, I mean, Eric Getty's been better lately and Corbin's been ass. I think it might be an over game.
All right, so
the bats might be hot. Yeah, max the under. Go ahead.
Under could be air, dude.
That under might be.
Corbin Burns' fantasy score is pretty high. That hits a lot squares weird after giving up 10. That's even up.
Seeing them minus 155 against the Astros after how moose shit they've been, it's crazy to me.
Yeah, it is some serious respect, Goots, even if the lines move back towards the Astros. That opener was crazy. I know it's Corbin Burns versus Spaghetti, but the way Spaghetti's pitched of late, he might be better than Corbin Burns over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. I don't know. I think you're going to catch the falling knife with Corbin Burns and the O's. And the O's also, as favorites, do not respect coins nearly as much as they do when they are plus chicken and have no business winning. That's when the Orioles are at their best, not when they're weird favorites. So I've learned my lesson at this point, but gun to my head in GTA, I would take the O's on the ML.
I'm not kidding, bro. That under could be a well.
I mean, everyone in chat's saying it's a surely it'll hit, right?
What is I need to see the Aaron Getty squares that are up. 16 pitching out square. Greened out as fuck. That's a good sign for the O's.
Yeah, you're welcome, SPR.
Dudes, you guys might have a goddamn chance today.
We might.
They just might do it. Orioles ML lean, but it's minus 155, and no fucking chance I'm laying that juice with the O's team as favorites with how Corbin Burns looked recently, but I do think that's the right side. I do.
Yeah. I mean, not even a Goots fade. Not even a Goots fade, but my gut kind of told me the under in this from the start.
I bet.
Oh, this is like
make it up, Goots.
This is a big divisional game. Corbin's a bigger favorite than he should be. He's coming off like the worst start of the season. And this game is nationally televised on Fox. That just feels like
what is
one of those.
It's nationally televised. I can watch it.
Yeah, it's on Fox.
Wow, dude.
That's a massive development.
I haven't watched a Stros game since Nam.
That's a crazy nug. Orioles have lost each of their last 10 games against the Astros at Oriole Park, at Camden Yards, following a loss.
GG.
Wow.
What the? That's weird. The Astros do on the O's. They beat them the last 4 times overall, at least of late. We got Jaden F15 coming in, resubbing. Jared Verse, Defensive Rookie of the Year, plus 1,000. Okay, Jaden is already fucking locked in. Some futures. Love to see it. W-subby as well.
We're talking about the Orioles not being plus chicken ever when they're just plus chicken for the entire Met series.
I will say, potential ALCS matchup, Camden's going to be packed, and we always fucking lose when Camden's packed. So take the Astros.
Damn it, Goots.
It's a fact.
God damn it, Goots. When the city needs them most, they don't show up. It's when you don't expect it when the Orioles come through and respect coins. We know this by now.
I've had enough.
He's had enough.
Billiam
Kennedy Gates.
10 whaler.
Wow, Billiam.
10 piece. Let's fucking go, Bill Gates. Let's fucking go. You can give yourself a job for as long as you want later, Bill. Instead of Surge, let's just do Bill giving his place. Trent, you in?
A Bill solo Surge stream?
W. Bill, as always. Your sell jobs on the stream are elite.
Brings me joy.
Plays are elite. Hoping that you had a good day yesterday, and I know you're going to kill it today. All right. To wrap this puppy up, I've got the Braves on the ML late night. Late night for today. Second latest game of the night. Fucking ridiculous. And then Jovan has the Mets on the ML. So 2 of the last plays of the day today. I've got the Braves. I want to back Schwellenbach against Sanchez after the Phillies came through last night at respective coins. Go ahead and give me Atlanta on the ML. And Jovan's got the Mets at plus chicken if you're looking for some later MLB plays.
That game gives me a really weird feeling today, Krabs.
Which one?
The Braves game?
No, the Mets game.
Okay.
Yes. Usually I'm not taking a pitcher off a complete game shutout, but
Sure.
This is essentially, not that it determines it when everything's said and done, but it's the biggest series of the Mets season. If they want to stay in the race, they might have to win this series. And
straight up,
I think they do.
I fucking hope they do for my future's sake, although that goes directly against my other future, but that's just how it goes when you take two futures in the same league like a fucking bozo. Took the Mets and the Padres to make it to the World Series like a month ago.
What?
Yeah.
That's a dono.
I mean, it was plus 2,000, Trent. Yeah, it's not a minus 110. I put $100 on it, on both of them. Because I know baseball. I know how it goes. And I've talked about this. I stand on this. I tell this to everybody I know. I scream this from the mountaintops. There's always one fucking weird team in the World Series every single year. And there's always one fucking wagon every single year. Look back at the history recently. 9.5 times out of 10, that is how it plays out. It's going to play out again like that this year. Two of the weirdest teams that I feel like have the most mojo, the most moxie, the most heart, and just feel like the teams of destiny this year to me, Trent. I mean, a month ago, the Mets looked better. I'll be honest with you, but the Padres still have that same aura going. So I still feel great about the Padres, and their odds have cut. You know, they're 1/3 of what they were at when I took it. Padres look good, but the Mets, that one's looked better. I'll give you that. That one looks like a moonshot future. We'll see. They win this series. They win tonight. They're right back in it.
They're a game and a half back. The wild
That's what I'm saying, dude. And the Braves are frauds this year. Who's to say the Mets can't sneak in and take that last wild card spot?
Yeah, Braves are bad. Really bad.
Braves are bad. As I take them on the ML tonight. Fuck.
This
Braves
is a
are
crazy
bad.
tweet from a couple of days ago from Passon.
Yeah, I saw that.
That is crazy.
Huh.
Scroll down a little bit.
I need to be in Minute Maid for a playoff game.
Yeah, the vibes in there are absurd.
The vibes in there are unmatched.
Mm-hmm. The best team in MLB is on pace for 95 wins. Yeah, I've talked about that too. There's no fucking 100+ win team this year. It's going to be an absolute shit show in the playoffs. It's going to be playoff baseball on steroids. It's going to be the weirdest postseason ever, is what it's looking like. There's not a single team that has established themselves as the best team in baseball this year. Give me one.
Dude, Corbin with 8Ks.
Give me one.
There's no way.
8K. He's getting 10Ks today, you fucks.
Oh, my God.
Dude,
he's getting 10Ks today. I swear to God.
Did that sell your Goat Whale?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cost me 13 grand.
4 out of 5.
Cost me 13 grand. Last year. Yeah. Yeah. Brutal. My own guy. It'd be your own guy sometimes. You know?
In an instant spawn job, the Bookie Doyle red.
No way, dude.
Krabs, you on the clock?
I'm up next, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm up next. I'd be down to get some help for this next pick as we wrap this up. What's Bookie Doyle doing around these parts? Can you get on base?
Spawned. 1, 2, 8 Ks,
I mean,
83 pitches, bro.
Yeah, no way he gets another K here, right?
You think he comes back for the 7th?
He's got to.
If I was coach, I wouldn't be putting him out there, but
80-something pitches?
Dude, you would be...
Usually you just kind of go out on top with Patty C on a start like this, you know?
You would be on the edge of seats.
Imagine. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, he's in Berg.
Doyle in Berg fighting.
Well, shit. Did he almost catch that? How did that happen? The ball was on the other side of the net, so he like pushed the ball with his glove. He couldn't catch it. That's one of the weirdest things I've ever seen in that Nats game.
What's the squad ride?
We haven't done it yet.
And Bookie Doyle bomb.
Fuck you, Trent. Fuck you.
And Gage.
Gates, run that shit. I want to see that train. Fuck. There it goes. See ya. We got a ball game in DC, folks. God damn it. Bookie Doyle.
Unbelievable.
As soon as we start talking shit about Patty C, you cannot script it. All right, chat. Let's lock the fuck in. Let's find our favorite winners for today. We don't have many options. All right, so I think we're going to start with some of these later games, Jovan. We going Bears on the ML in the preseason, ripping the Band-Aid off, cutting the shit.
You want to take the Bears? I'm fucking in.
I'm in. Give me the fucking Bears. Bears ML. Trust. Mets ML? You got a weird feeling in your belly about the Mets ML?
I do. I really do.
Okay. What about the Braves? How you feeling about the old Braves?
I won't tell you now. I feel like you have a stronger read in that game than I do. So I'm down to lean into that.
I'm down to go with the Reds, although you don't love the Reds. I'd be down for a little Griffin Canning action if you really wanted it. I'd be down for a little bit. I do like the Braves the best personally.
Yeah.
But I understand if you want to pivot to the Reds or the Angels plus 1.5.
No, you put the Braves in there.
Shit.
I'm not saying no to the Braves. I'm not saying no to the Braves. Give us some options.
I mean, I'd be down to run those 3 plays. Keep it simple, quality over quantity. I don't really want to force, not on a day like today. You know?
Yeah. Down with that.
Bears ML, Mets ML, Braves ML.
Yeah.
3 plays, 3 winners. Sign me up.
Could be it.
At 3 plays, 3 winners. Lock the fuck in. Hurry up. Go, 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 go. Aces live. I fucking bet. Literally go fuck yourselves, all you in chat saying that. Cost me hundreds last night. Hundreds. I don't want to hear it. I'm getting my lick back with the Aces on Friday night with the squad up in New York. Speaking of New York, we're heading up to New York, the Big Apple, tomorrow for a little Rockies-Yankees game. Who doesn't get excited about a little Rockies-Yankees action on a Saturday afternoon, chat? If you guys are trying to get involved, if you're trying to come up, meet up with us, sweat out some baseball bets on Saturday, and sweat out some Week 0 games as well while we're at the baseball game, join us at Billy's before the Rockies game, I believe around noonish. And we will be going in section 230, somewhere around there in left field if you're trying to buy some tickets to the game this weekend. Like any Week 0 overs. Yes, I like a lot of Week 0 overs, but I kind of want to see how these totals play out with the new tech in the headsets before I get involved with totals in college football this season. So you might not see a total from me in Week 0 because I kind of want to see how they play out. I think they're high for a reason. Yep, Billy's at noon, sure. Section 234, Yankees, Rockies. Billy's after. If you guys are trying to get involved on Saturday, you better fucking be there. You better fucking be there. Okay. Ron saying you guys do anything Sunday. Ron, I'm hitting the links with some of my buddies on Sunday, playing some golf, who I haven't seen in a minute, who live up there. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm heading home. I don't think we have anything on the agenda for Sunday, Ron. I think most people are probably heading back in the AM, if I had to guess. And chat, get those fucking vets in for the squad ride. Hurry up, go, go, go. Jovan, it looks like they want to get involved in some preseason action here. I don't blame them.
Of course I do.
Sure. Chat, couple things. Number 1, get your votes in. You got about 5 seconds. Hurry up, go, go, go. It doesn't matter. It's going to be the Bears on the ML. Number 2, we are going to record a fantasy football podcast, fantasy football breakdown, preview, whatever the fuck you want to call it, this afternoon. So if you want, check that out once we put it out either later tonight or tomorrow before your fantasy football draft. We're going to have everything in there that you could possibly need to kill your fantasy football draft for this upcoming year. Get fucking ready. All right. This could end up being the best pod we've ever put out. Get fucking ready. BTL tomorrow. No dice. Unfortunately, we are traveling early on in the day, so we will not be able to run BTLs. All right. That's why we wanted to do the college football craft sesh today and finalize that puppy.
Drop some college football Week 0 winners as well.
We definitely will be dropping some college football Week 0 winners. Don't you guys worry. All right. There's an FCS team Favored laying almost 2 touchdowns as Patrick Corbin picks off a guy at second and gets out of that fucking inning because he's absolutely elite at pitching. Let's go, Patty C. Let's go, Patty C. Attaboy. W is Georgia Tech plus 11. Is it too easy? Is it not? You guys are going to have to wait to see tomorrow when we drop the place. All right. Jovan, squad rides. We're heading to the preseason, and I got no problems with it. Fading the Chiefs, backing the Bears with no Caleb should be a good look, huh?
Should be.
All right. Manager's challenge on that pickoff. Great. And on the notes, before the Rockies score, we're going to go ahead and call it. All right, chats? We'll catch you guys next week. Same time, same place. Check out the YouTube page for videos if you guys are starving for some content. You want to listen to the pods we did for college football and then the fantasy football one dropping later today or tomorrow. Check that out this weekend. And we'll be up in New York. We'll catch you guys up there for the Yanks game on Saturday. We'll be back on BTL on Monday. We'll be seeing. Peace.